Hello there, I'm Rebecca and welcome to a 10-minute yoga workout to be taken at your own pace. You can take a rest where you need to, take the options that feel right for you in the moment. So this can be used as an energizing wake up to the day, or maybe just as an evening workout if you've got 10 minutes to spare. Come and join me on the mat. Maybe if you've got a couple of yoga blocks, bring those with you. We'll start at the top end of the mat. Bring your feet fairly close together and just spread the toes and evenly place your weight through 4 corners of each foot. Bring your body into alignment. The tailbone lightly comes underneath so that the pelvis is horizontal, hips are square. We can now engage our core. The shoulders are drawn back and down. The head comes back and the chin in. Hands come to heart center. Take a slow inhale and bring the arms overhead. As you exhale, slowly fold your body, bend your knees and bring your hands to your shins. With your inhale, lengthen your spine by lifting the chest. Keep the tailbone in that light tuck so you are feeling a good stretch within the lower back. Take a fold when you're ready. Draw your breath out and close the body in. Soften your knees. Inhale, rise and maybe come to a light extension as we lean back. And then rise to the top, breath out and fold. Again. Coming into your flat back extend, we just lift the chest, breathe out, fold and bring the body close to the thighs. Bend the knees, inhale, rise. Go where you choose. Exhale and fold. Inhale and rise. Exhale, fold, pull your body in. Bend your knees, bring hands to blocks or floor and step back onto all fours. So we want the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and bring the back of the head and the neck in line. Light tailbone tuck. Let's take an inhale and draw chin to throat roll, tailbone underneath, and lift to the back of the rib cage for a cat pose. Using your exhale, keep your arms strong, draw the belly down towards the mat, lift your heart space, your chin and your eyes. Inhale, roll through into cat. Exhale, press down into cow pose. Couple more times. Let the breath flow so your movement feels dynamic, but also at ease as you work with the breath. Let's take one more. Draw belly right up in towards the lower back. Feel your strength throughout your core. Use your upper back muscles to draw your shoulders down. Come to all fours, sit back on your heels and stretch your arms forward. We are in child's pose but working. So we want to make sure that the hands are a good shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers and push down to heel of hands. We are activating the upper back muscles. With your inhale, bring your body forward, find a half plank. Push the floor away. With your exhale, come back into child's pose. Sink right back to your heels. Use your breath. Inhale as you come forwards. Exhale as you sit back. Work with slow breath. So we control that breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's make it to a half plank and stay. Keep pushing the floor away. As we work our way down into our hover or our chaturanga, keeping your knees down for now, maybe choose to come onto your forearms. You may find this a slightly easier transition. If not, stay in your half plank. We bend the elbows, lower the chest to the floor, lower the hips, draw the shoulders back. With your inhale, roll your chest away from the floor. Exhale, release it down. To make sure that your back is stabilized and secure, press your pubic bone in towards the mat so you are engaging the core strongly. Keep your shoulder blades drawing down. At this point, there should be no push with your hands down into the mat. Let's take just the one more. Keep the feet anchored, lower down. One more, we rise to full up dog, really engage through the upper back. As we come to our cobra, we then push all the way to full up dog, lengthen the arms. Bring your chin in, sit your weight back as you breathe out, and feel that glorious stretch through the sides of the back and across the hips in child's pose. From here we come into down facing dog. Let's lift the hips, inhale, tuck toes. As you breathe out, bring chest to thighs. First, tuck your chin. Then ease your heels back. They'll only go where they go, depending on how tight your hamstrings are. Maybe take a walk through the feet, pedal. If that feels good, slow it down if you want to. Just work with your body and how you feel. This should be a good release all the way down the backs of the legs and into the calves. Let's take 2 heels down here. Take an inhale, tuck the chin. You've got a choice here, full plank or half. The options are always there. Lowering chest to floor, bring the toes to the floor and roll to your cobra, maybe your pull-up dog. From here, tuck your toes and lift, come into down dog. Always option. We can always come to child's pose instead of down dog. You can use a half plank instead of a full plank. You can drop to your forearms instead of the full plank to hover or chaturanga. Bend your knees, take the foot furthest away from the screen, lunge it forward and lower your back knee down. Take hold of your blocks if you have them. They give you a little bit of height where you can work. In our half lunge, we want to make sure that we are off that back kneecap. So what we don't want to do is have the weight back here, as we're not really getting a great stretch within the hip flexors, and we're putting a little bit of pressure onto that knee itself. So don't be shy in your stretch, let your body push forward. Light tailbone tuck, we want to still support the lower back. Keep the chest lifted. And walk that front foot a little wider if you're feeling the wobble, so that we can fully engage the outer hips. Let's take a moment. Just breathe. Let's take an inhale, bring the arms up, take it where you choose. Take a breath out, lengthen, straighten the front leg slowly. Sit the weight back and bring the eyes down and slightly forwards. Be aware of the shoulders and try not to hunch them up. Push them right down so you have a length of the entire spine. Inhale, bend that front knee. Let's go again. Bring the arms up. Take it where you feel good. Take a breath out and close the body down to front thigh. A couple more times. From this position here, just bend that front knee and step that front foot back, come into child's pose, the arms back. Maybe use the blocks if they're there, if they're handy. It gives you a little bit of space to drop the chest down into. Tucking the chin in. Take the arm furthest from the screen and take it underneath the forward arm. Press the shoulder down. Couple of breaths here to release through that back shoulder. Gently release. Blocks pop to the side. Come into working child's pose. Hands are shoulder width. Tuck the chin. Come into your down dog. Use your breath. Up you come. Bring the heels as close to the floor as you can manage. Use that stretch in the back of the legs. Bend your knees. Take an inhale. Bring the foot closest to screen forward as you come into that half lunge again. Set yourself up. You know how to do it this time. Take your time. Relax the shoulders. Use your center. Let's take an inhale, bring the arms up, take it where you feel good. You don't have to come into the back bend if it doesn't feel right. Stretch out that front leg. Try and relax the shoulders, no strain on the upper body. Remember to keep the breath constant, controlled, almost like water flowing in and out. Coming forwards, let's take inhale and rise. Exhale, press back. You know where you're going now. We'll take another 3. Just release, bend that front knee. Tuck the toes on the back foot, hover that back knee and step forwards to forward fold. As you come into forward fold, watch the shoulders aren't drooping down. Use your upper back and draw the shoulders away from your ears. Close the body in deeper if you can. Bend your knees, inhale and rise. Bring hands heart center. Are you ready to move on? Should we do some warriors? Let's come to some warrior ones. Start with your feet a little bit wider. Take the leg or the foot closest to your screen and step back. So let's come into a high lunge to begin with. We should be able to use the outer hips and draw them in towards the midline. So if your front foot is a little bit close to the back foot, there will be wobble because these muscles cannot engage. So a good, firm, strong foundation of footing to your feet. Now we take it to warrior one. So we'll take the back foot and take it flat so that the heel angles out, the toes slightly on that diagonal. And push out through the back of the heel and all the way along the outside edge of your foot. So the back leg should be straight. Now the tricky part, take the back hip, face it forward so that your hips are as square as you can make them to the top edge of your mat. Here is a good warrior one. Try not to turn to the side, try and keep facing forwards with both your hips. Let's take an inhale, exhale, and in, and out. Remember that breath flows. Draw your energy through your body with each breath. Bring the back heel up, press it out, and drop into your high lunge. Find your power, your strength. Step forwards, walk it out a little, and let's come into warrior one on the other side. So foot furthest from the screen, it steps back. Find your high lunge first. Bend the back knee, lift the back heel, press the tailbone under so your pelvis again is stacked and stable. We can now engage through the core. Feel stable for a moment. Straighten out that back leg, turn the foot out very slightly and roll your hips forwards. Don't forget to bend your front knee. Power into that back leg. Inhale and exhale. Your feet should be strongly pressing down in towards the floor. You are rooted. Feel your strength from within. Back heel up, out, high lunge, step forwards. Are you still with me? Let's come into some warrior twos and some triangles. Start by taking the feet wide, toes out to the corners of the mat, bend the knees, hands heart center, and we're in goddess pose. Make sure you don't come too low, otherwise you'll start to come out of alignment and you'll lean forwards. Keep the shoulders back, take your arms out into parallel. Let's take this foot, turn the toes to the corner of the mat, that's your front leg. Back leg, push the heel out and straighten it. Keep your shoulders over your hips and drop that back hip towards front heel. Here is your warrior two. Stay strong, palms up. Inhale and exhale. Couple more times. And one more. Now as you bring the arms back to parallel, take a moment, take an inhale, front arm lifts, and lean over that back leg. Really push away with the back line. If you want to make it a little more challenging, bend front knee further. Let's gently release. Reach it forwards. Come into your side angle. Try and look up towards the ceiling. Drop that hip further. Maybe bring the hand towards the shin or even the floor. Let's release back into your warrior two. Release the arms and switch. Toes turn to short edge of the mat and we just bend through the knee. Push that back out slightly and line up the instep and the front heel so you've got a line between the two. Making sure the hips are completely parallel to that front or long edge of your mat. What we don't want is to turn that back hip in, push it away. Take an inhale. Exhale. Strong breath. Brings energy to the body, strength to the body, and to the mind. Front arm when you're ready. Inhale. Go deeper. Let's come back to parallel and reach it forwards. Just take it where it feels good. And gently release. straighten both your legs. Let's switch the feet around. Squeeze your inner thighs. Your legs are now both straight for triangle. Reach it forward. When you could go no more, simply open the arms. Stay strong with your inner thighs. Let's take a little tiny airplane around, not too far. Go where you feel good. See how that challenges the core, the legs. Let's gently release back to center. And let's switch those legs around. Ready for triangle now on the other side. Body is strong. Reach with rib cage. When you can go no further, go a little bit more if you can. Open the arms, look up. Top shoulder presses back. Inner thighs are strong. Let's come back to our parallel arms. Turn the toes to the corners of the mat. Bend the knees, bring hands heart center. Let's take a big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I do hope you enjoyed that. Yoga can be taken at any level. There are transitions for everybody. There are different options for everybody. So do get in touch if you would like any more information about classes with me or more online sessions. Then I hope to see you next time soon.